Hi everyone, this is Garima and welcome to my channel Little Garden. Today we are going to talk about 10 reasons why your lotus is not flowering. Whether it is 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 5 year old or eternity. It can flower, but there are certain factors that affect your lotus. So let's start one by one. Let's talk about the first factor. First factor here I have written is lack of sunlight. Where I am standing, you can see there is minimum sunlight. You can see there are shade in this area. You can see this shade. There are many trees. You can see this big one. Because of this, there are lack of sunlight. If you put this lotus plant in this kind of place where sunlight is not directly touching the plant, it means it is getting indirect sunlight. It won't grow proper. Lotus plant needs 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Direct sunlight means the sunlight should come from the sun to the plant. There should be no trees, no shade, nothing. It should be direct sunlight, like you are focusing torch on the lotus plant. So let's see the direct sunlight there. So we are here. You can see sun is somewhere there and we are in direct sunlight. Direct means the sunlight is coming directly from sun to my face and it's burning. This kind of sunlight should be there. You kitty! Get out! Now we can start the video again. So where were we? What the heck? Kitty, what are you doing there? So this is the first reason that your lotus is not flowering, because it is not getting enough sunlight. You can see direct sunlight is thriving on the lotus. The lotus is thriving on the direct sunlight, and if you see, there is no tree, there is nothing. Proper direct sunlight this plant is getting. That's why it is flowering. So let's go to the next reason. So let's talk about the age of the lotus plant. That is, age matters in the case of growth. Lotus can grow vigorously in 2 months depending on the variety, or it can grow in 3 years. So age is one of the factor. When it comes to the seed grown lotus, generally it flowers from 3 months to 2 years, and when it comes to the tuber grown lotus, if it is hybrid, it can flower in first month also. So let's see some of my lotus. So you can see this is the 1 week old plant grown by tuber, and you can see there are only 4 leaves are there. These are some other plant flower leaves. So, and you can see this lotus, it is 2 months old, about nearly 2 months old, and you can see there are many buds appearing and there is one flower also. So it is growing very good because it is a hybrid lotus. So according to the age, it depends how many flowers plant is going to produce. So let's talk about the third reason, that is disease of the plant. Lotus has many diseases like tuber rot, black spot disease, fungal disease. So it can occur from the beginning when you grow the plant to the dormant season also when it grows completely. So when we talk about the tuber rot, when the soil is not right, when there is any kind of chemical or anything that is rotting inside the soil, can cause disease to the tuber and it may die. That's why your lotus is not growing proper. You can see the growth. A good growth should look like this, big leaves. If it is a big kind of leaf kind of lotus, if it is a small leaf lotus, it should like this, but it should be proper green in color. Little bit reddish on the corner is okay, because that is a kind of lotus that has this property of red leaf around it, but it should be completely green. It should be healthy. You can see the crunch in the leaf. It is because the soil is good. When we talk about bad soil mixture which has kind of compost that is not good, you can see the black spot on the leaf. That is the major cause of many lotus drying and then rotting. So the best solution for this problem is grow in right kind of soil. That is our next topic. Here comes the fourth reason, that is soil. Often people grow lotus in either sand or red soil. Both are wrong practice to do, because when it comes to lotus need very fertile and clay kind of soil, which should be loamy and heavy soil. In that lotus grow very good. If you use red soil which has no nutrients content, mainly red soil comes from the mountains or some hilly areas. Mountains has this property that it cannot hold the water. That's why all the nutrients or all the good things in the soil can just blow off with the water, and that's why they have no nutrients composition, or they have nothing in the soil. That's why whenever you put lotus in this soil, it doesn't grow, or it grows very slow. So whenever you put lotus in this kind of soil, the nutrients just bleed out and you face the problem of algae, and lotus grows very slowly. And whenever you put chemical nutrients on it, you see the nutrients doesn't reach to the lotus root. So the right kind of soil is clay soil or loamy soil. That is, I can show you here. This is the clay soil I am talking about. You can call it potter soil also, because the kumhar, the potter, use this kind of soil to make clay pots. So this kind of soil is very good. It should be sticky. It should, you can see the texture. It is very heavy in weight, and also it holds the maximum nutrients inside the soil, because it is so heavy that it doesn't let the fertilizer bleed out. So in right composition of soil, there should be lower layer of any compost. It can be cow dung, it can be leaf compost, it can be vermi compost, it can be any kind of compost. It should be well decomposed kind of compost, because when it is not properly composted, it may cause disease to the lotus. Then the upper layer should be a heavy loam soil, as I described. 20 to 30% of compost to the soil is a good mixture for your lotus, whether it is a small container or it is bigger container. There should be minimum 20% of cow dung or other compost, and maximum 30% of the compost of the soil. So let's talk about the fifth reason, that is frequency of fertilizing. When we grow lotus, we have to know that the lotus are very heavy feeder. They need regular feeding in interval of 15 to 20 days. So in 15 to 20 days, you have to fertilize it with any kind of fertilizer. It can be slow release fertilizer. There are many tablets, and you can see pond tablets available in Amazon and other area if you can find it. And there are fast release fertilizers, that is chemical fertilizer like NPK 19, or there are different kind of NPK available. Mainly lotus needs DAP because it has root, and it needs fertilizer to grow roots very thicker. The thicker the roots will be, the more healthy the plants would be. So in that case, you need to fertilize it in every 20 to 30 days. It is a very important factor that people often avoid. That's why lotus doesn't flower. You can see this lotus is flowering well. Once you should start fertilizing from the second to third aerial leaf, then you should continuously fertilizing it till the September in India, because after that there is a winter season and dormancy comes, and you should not fertilize lotus in dormant season. Other than the September to February, you can fertilize it in every 15 to 30 days. It will clearly show a good result to your lotus. And how to fertilize it, I have made a video on this topic. You can see link I will put in description. So let's talk about the sixth reason, that is attack of pest. There are many pests and insects that attacks the lotus, like caterpillars, aphids, and when the nutrition is sucked out of the leaf, the lotus cannot grow. So if you are facing this issue of insects or pest attack, you should cure it. There are 2-3 ways that you can help with it. That first is pressure of water. You can, if there are only some insect, you can apply the pressure of the water. So let's assume that this soil is aphid or other kind of caterpillar. You can simply apply some pressure of the water, and you can see it can really clear out all the bugs on the leaves. That is the simplest way I clean my lotus. Second way is you can apply any kind of insecticide or pesticides which is freely available in nearby fertilizer shop or Kishan shop. But remember, you should not apply it in very much because lotus is very sensitive to the chemicals. And also you should not apply neem oil because many of the people are telling me that neem oil is often cause of lotus rot, and I don't know why, but whenever people apply oil on the surface of the leaf, it directly affects to the roots of the lotus.